We do the podcast every day. Wednesday, we do our full edition, if you will, where we cover a whole variety of things. And we would be Jim Price and myself, Dave Koken. We have an action-packed Tuesday. There's no question about that. Baseball, the World Series gets underway, a full slate of NHL. Got some NBA action as well to look at. And Jim, you've got an action-packed Tuesday. And you've got one baseball play, an NHL play, and a pair in the NBA, plus a 9-game winning streak in Major League Baseball.
I didn't have the greatest baseball season, top to bottom like last year in 2016. It was remarkable. This year it was real choppy. But since the playoffs have started, it's been incredible. And tonight, I got a series play, I've got a first game play, and I have an over and under play. So it all tonight, and so I'm really pushing it out there right now in baseball, and it's been real good. So I want to just tell everybody, go to the website. It's all available right there. All the baseball plays are right there today. JimFeist.com.
I had one play yesterday and worked out well. It's the 76ers went wire to wire against the Pistons, and it turned out that was my daily free play. The only thing I've got up on the website now, believe me, I'll be putting more stuff up for you guys to buy and hopefully win with. But right now, the only play I've got up is an early college play this weekend. I'll be posting some more college football later today. As far as the NBA is concerned, I'll tell you the side that I like tonight, and then I'll tell you why I'm not playing it. The side that came up as the best play on my numbers is the New Orleans Pelicans, getting 4.5 at Portland. And it looks like a good value play in the numbers, but you got to factor in other things. And Portland has won 16 straight home openers. Well, I'm not going against that streak. So since that's the play I like the best in the NBA, and I'm not going to play it, I won't have any NBA today, but that's an opinion for you. NHL, I am going to post one play once the goalies are confirmed. And the other game I like, I'm going to give you as a free play on today's program. So there's plenty to talk about here. But before we get to that, let's talk about last night. Jim Carson Wentz was just absolutely amazing last night. You see why the Eagles traded up for this guy and why the Cleveland Browns are idiots. Because they should have drafted Carson Wentz. There isn't any question about it. This guy's going to be the star of the future at the quarterback position. And he's not bad now.
We're seeing a big, I 100% agree with you. And the fact that Cleveland didn't take him means that he's going to be great, because Cleveland does everything wrong. So it's almost like you want to be rejected. If you want to be successful in the league, you want to be rejected by Cleveland. And
I think you're right.
I know. We're going through a change in football, the NFL. The quarterbacks that were great for a long time are getting a little older, and unfortunately, they're getting hurt, and it's leaving a vacuum. And we have young guys that really are not, at this point in their career, not looking like they should be starting quarterbacks in the NFL. The one that just stands out, there's quite a few. I'm just going to pick on one right now. Denver, with Simeon, he does not look like he belongs in the NFL at this moment.
No.
And that's kind of surprising, since John Elway is involved in that organization, and if anything, he knows football and he knows quarterbacking because he was one of the great ones. But apparently Simeon has fallen off the map. Now there's other ones out there that are in similar shape. And so we're going through this change, and while we go through this change, we're going to see some rather mediocre NFL play. And
and we talked about it yesterday. I think you're going to start to see more teams focus on the run. To me, that's always been the way to win football games, to be honest with you. Win the trenches and win the game. Now, speaking of experienced quarterbacks, and we're talking about great quarterbacks here, the Aaron Rodgers injury has really changed things in the NFC. I think you could make at least make a good argument that Green Bay, if not the favorite in the NFC, was in that mix, to be sure, as the team most likely to get out of the NFC and reach the Super Bowl. So now, with Rodgers out, Green Bay is clearly not the favorite anymore. Who is the NFC favorite at this point? I think there's 4 teams that we can talk about. The Eagles, the Vikings, the Seahawks, and the Rams. If there's anybody else you like, you can chime in, but I think it's got to be one of those 4, Jim.
Well, I sort of, I don't know, did you mention the Eagles?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right now I think the Philadelphia Eagles, and now granted, they lost some players last night to injuries, and that can make a big difference, especially that offensive line. What was it, Peters that went down? That's a big injury. But Carson Wentz looks like he's at the top of his game. He has a lot of confidence. He's a tough kid. If he doesn't get hurt, and they can overcome, like every team, they have to overcome injuries. But, you know, Washington is not a bad team. Dallas, I'm not going to give them too much credit after beating up on a travel-weary San Francisco last week. But
I still don't. I didn't mention the Cowboys in that group because they have to improve defensively before I think they can be seriously considered as a title contender. And I don't know if that's going to happen. The offense, I think, will be fine. But we don't know what's going to happen with Elliott down the road. That's still up in the air.
it is, and if he's there, he's an amazing player. And if he's there, they're a contender. Without him, I know they have other backs and they can fill the gap, but I don't think they're going to fill it as well. And it's possible that through the courts and stuff, they may put off this suspension until next year. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
But now the other teams, I want to mention the other teams because the Vikings and Seahawks are both outstanding defensive football teams. And the Vikings, they're going to get better at the quarterback position. If Bridgewater can come back and play, or Bradford gets healthy, that changes their quarterback situation. And they do a lot of things well. And the Seahawks are doing what they usually do, Jim, which is they're getting better as the season goes along. It's incremental, but each week Seattle gets a little bit better. And personally, I would still make them the favorite in the NFC at this point because I'm convinced that Pete Carroll will have his team playing its best football in December like they usually do.
Well, I can't argue with that. At the beginning of the season, I had to fill out some forms for different magazines, and the 2 teams I put in the Super Bowl were the Patriots and the Seahawks. And I think they both still... But the thing is, the league is different now. We don't really have an A-plus team in the league. We have a lot of B teams, and some of them look maybe like they'd be B-minus, B-plus, possible. But it really comes down to injuries and what they can overcome in the injury department. And, if a quarterback that looks marginal can step up his game. So it's a different league right now. There's a lot more parity. The scoring, just look at the scoring. So when you bring the scoring down, there were, I think, 7 teams just that barely scored any points, and then there were 3 shutouts in the NFL over the weekend, and it's just really difficult to project too far into the future. But I do agree with you this much, and we've always talked about this. If you can run the ball and play defense, boy, you have a big edge. And there's no question that the Seahawks are one of those teams.
All right, NHL tonight, we've got the Vegas Golden Knights wrapping up an absolutely incredible first homestand. Unfortunately, they're down now to 2 minor league goalies with all the injury issues, so we'll see what happens down the road. But this has been a lot of fun, Jim, and they have won over the city of Las Vegas.
Well, they sure have, and it's exciting for the town. We have that going on, and then we got the Raiders in a couple years, and we might even get some professional soccer. And Las Vegas is growing, and we're bringing in a lot of people that are going to follow these sports and move here. And it's big for the city of Las Vegas, and I'm really happy about the Golden Knights doing as well as they are.
World Series tonight gets underway, Dodgers and Astros, and we talked about this before we started recording. It is unusually hot. I mean, ridiculously hot, record-setting hot out in Los Angeles. And you think that could impact what happens tonight?
Well, it can. First of all, you have the fatigue factor. It was over 100 degrees yesterday, and it's going to be even hotter today, probably by just a few degrees. But still, it's the wear and tear on the players for sure. And, that can affect the outcome of the game in many different ways. So I think you have to put that into your under your handicapping hat when you try to figure out this. And like I said, I have a side and a total and a series play. I have 3 plays going on that right now for this game and this series. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have some great pitching. We got some very good hitting, and we got 2 great representative teams in here that deserve to be there. There's no flukes at all. These guys, and my favorite player in the entire world is Altuve. I mean, this guy is 5'5". He came from nothing. He works hard. He's great at the plate. Defense, he's good. He runs. He's quick. He steals bases. He does everything. And he's a motivational leader. And from where this guy came from and the rejection that he faced, because he's so small, people wouldn't even give him a chance. But he kept trying and trying and trying. And believe me, it was like the little train that could. And he got up the hill and he made it. And that player right there, I love that guy and the way he plays the game.
Well, don't forget, Jim, 9 straight winners for you in the baseball playoffs. So great reason right there for everybody to go to JimFights.com and get those plays tonight. NHL, I have a free play tonight, and I'll tell you that, if you're into pros versus Joes, it can be meaningful. And to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about going on the square side when I know the sharper dollars are on the other side, but that's what I've done tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning are definitely the popular choice. The money is showing on the other side, and Carolina's now a -115 favorite. But Tampa's owned this team. They've won 20 of the last 27 meetings, including 8-2 at this site. I think they've got the hotter goaltender in Vasilevsky, who is confirmed. He will be playing tonight. Probably Scott Darling for Carolina, who's been fair so far. Tampa Bay, really explosive. They've got the best first line in the league. The Stamkos line has been absolutely electric so far. And to me, the Joes might be my side of this one, but I think Tampa Bay is plus money, and it's plus 105 is the way to play. I am anticipating another NHL play, and that will be available on the website once the goalies are confirmed. And I've got my early college football play for this weekend. And a reminder, I haven't lost one yet this year. And we're in week 8 of the college football season. I didn't have one the first week or two, but since then, they've all won. So this is a game you can play with confidence, and it's only $25 at JimFights.com. Jim, I think that's it for today's show.
I want to plug in one other thing here is I just found out a play for tonight in the NBA. I got some good information on that. We're posting it up online right now at JimFights.com. It's $20 for an NBA play. It's a strong one. NBA play right now, JimFights.com. It's only $20 plus. Check in on those baseball plays as well. That's great, Dave, and have a great day. And everybody out there, thanks for tuning in.
Okay.